Pause. It's funny how Calvin says, you know, what is sneaker culture? It's a great theme, great word of what is it? You know, I know throughout my life of just doing like a lot of media stuff, people always ask me, when did you get into sneaker culture? I'm like, I never got into it. I'm of the culture. You know, I laced up a pair of sneakers and would like certain colors and at that time, you know, it wasn't like, you know, when I grew up, like getting Jordans, like you didn't have to worry if they were sold out. You had to make sure if you had the money. And, you know, there was no lines, there was no, you know, no release dates, none of that. But at the same time, you know, I remember growing up, my mother couldn't really afford to get me certain sneakers. So she had bought me these sneakers called Olympians. And I was mad tight at her because,
It's all right.
yeah,
It's gonna be all right.
she made up for it though, you know. You know, I was tight because it was they were called rejects back in the day, and they used to be, you know, when we were in school, we used to like, you know, make beats on our chair, we used to, you know, or our desk, and we used to play rejects. It cost $1.99. Rejects, it make your feet feel fine, yeah, and then rejects, it make your mother save a dime, and that's what. So I was like, man, like right away I wanted to fight somebody because I was like, fuck, you know, what did my mother do to me? Not only did she have me in school, you know, because at that point in time I was like, damn, I don't even want to be here. You know how you get like a young age where you're like, school is boring. And then she got me in some fucked up sneakers. So I'm like, people looking at me all crazy and shit. So, you know, thank God for Bugle Boy, you know, but anyway, you know, the first time I ever seen a sneaker that really took over me was a Jordan 3. I'll never forget, I was in a science class and this Chinese kid came in and he was wearing Jordan 3s black and they had the elephant print and they had the Jumpman logo on the tongue and the air bubble on the side, which, to be honest with you, I thought that shit was fake. Nobody believed it was air. When I grew up, we used to stab people in the air bubbles with pens because we didn't believe the air was real, you know? And having said that, this 2016, I'm sure Nike can sell air if they want. You know, people will buy that shit, most definitely. But when I seen it, it was like almost like one of those things where like, what the fuck are those? And they look that sexy, and you know, I guess that's when I got into, you know, because I think a lot of people don't realize we look at people's feet a lot, you know, and not really the crusty toes and the ugly, you know, nail polish or just the nails the way they look, but we look at people's feet when we greet them. And sometimes when you see if they have like a dope pair of kicks on, you know, it's how you acknowledge them. I mean, even this day and age, so I don't want to go too forward, but I'll give a quick example. I recently, a couple of years ago, moved to Jersey, and I came across this, all these years in Brooklyn, moved to Jersey, so a very weird thing. You know, I come across this place called Wawa, it's like a fucking cult. Like, I'm like, how, yo, people really like live here, buy like gear, like I see people with Wawa hoodies, I don't understand what the hell's going on. I'm like, I thought it was just a gas station. Anyway, the gas station attendant, when he came up, I was like, yo, fill it up regular? Because you're not allowed to pump your own gas in Jersey. Who the fuck knew that? That's against the law. So, what I did was, I looked and the dude had the lime foam posits. And he had like you know, like when, I guess someone's wearing that reflective, like, he matched through his gas station outfit because it had like lime stripes on it that was like, I guess like, if cars...
he was uniform.
Most definitely. But when I asked him to fill up, you know, regularly, he kind of like gave me like a look like he didn't want to be there. And in my mind, I'm like, I didn't ask for that, I'm just trying to fill up, you know, I need gas. So when he came back around, I seen him and I was like, yo, my man, I see you with those electro-lime foam positives, killing them out here. And he was like, yeah, you know, but they don't be knowing out here, but I'll be staying fresh. His whole mindset was like, yo, you need me to wash the windows in? I was like, nah, man, we good. But I was like, keep killing them. So I guess the point I'm trying to make is, and as Sean has always says this too, sneakers are a conversation starter. So sometimes people look at people like, yo, you're into sneakers or a sneakerhead? I hate that fucking term. It's not, people just like sneakers, just like some girls like bags, or some people like peanuts, or some people like almonds. So for me, it's just, sneakers are a great conversation starter. And I think that's what really led me into that.
And you're still here.
Yeah, most definitely.
So, we started off with talking about the love of sneakers and